Everybody. It is Monday evening and I'm just a few seconds late. Oops, and this little guy's head is right in the way. We will fix that when we get ready to go live. I see that you can probably see my shirt and a little bit of stuff in the background here. This shirt was part of the closing event for Stampin' Up's Backstage that I got to attend. Thank you to everyone who made that possible. I so appreciate each and every one of my customers, my team members, everyone who watches my videos. And I see that this one says it's private. Let me go in and fix that so that we can watch it live. Hold on one second. Let me fix these so that if you are catching it live, you'll be able to see me. All right. That should do it. Let's see. Back to the channel. Lives. And let's click on it and see if that works. Follow that link and see if it works. We'll get there. All right. That worked. I just need to remember to do that. So anyway, since it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do when I started, let me back up and introduce myself. Thank you for watching my channel. I am Brenda Sellers here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I appreciate each and every one of my customers and my team who are also friends and customers who have become friends. Thank you for making my attendance at Backstage possible. It is for Silver Elite and above members of Stampin' Up team. So thank you for making that possible. This t-shirt looks kind of Tahitian tide or teal on there, but it's more of a Coastal Cabana color, actually, I believe. Ish. Kind of Coastal Cabana-ish. Or not really Tahitian tide, I don't think. Let me see. We'll just color match. Nope, not Tahitian tide. It's more green than blue. So anyway, that being said, the closing ceremony for Stampin' Up, or not ceremony, but the closing event for Backstage was to be able to attend Cirque du Soleil Beatles Love event or Love performance. It was amazing. So anyway, thank you all for helping make that possible. I will do a separate video of some of the goodies that I received, some of the pillow gifts that I got from other friends. So, because tonight is our normal craft night and we don't want to spoil that. But I will tell you that I helped a friend do an event a couple of months ago. And for my contribution to his event, he also asked me what stamp sets I would like. So I told him these two stamp sets and he brought them to me. I had forgotten, so it was a great surprise. So tonight we are going to stamp with Sea Turtle. I love that stamp set. Of course, I love the Enchanted Butterflies, but I've really been wanting to make a card with this stamp set. So we're going to do that tonight. And this was the little card he put in the thing, and it's a fun fold-ish kind of thing. So we may do that eventually. So thank you, Kevin, if you're watching my video. There's you and I love you double. So had a great time. I got to meet my friend Kevin in person. We have been doing Zoom meetings and Zoom events together, and I've been watching his stuff, and anyway, it was a wonderful experience to get to see friends that I had met only on Zoom, and then I got to see them in person. So it was a wonderful experience. And I soaked up lots of learning of different things we can do to help make our businesses grow. I don't want to negate that, but this started out as a hobby for me. And I love stamping and I love showing people what I do and how to make cards. And so here we go. Let's make a card with this sea turtle stamp set. So for that, I need to share my screen. And because I moved my document camera's head, we're going to have to adjust its little thing. Oh, wrong button. Again, imagine that. Okay, now we can share and scoot this up. You don't want to see that purple, even though it's really pretty. All right, slide this little guy over to the side. I can already tell you I'm going to have to get more adhesive. So let's just do that to start with. So you saw me pull that apart. Let's grab a refill. They come in bags like this. So you get a free tutorial on how to change your refills. Of course, you all know how to open bags. So I won't hold that under there. And this one's being a little stubborn. But it's got a zipper pouch enclosure. Let's pop that open, slide your cartridge out. And it's got little holes here where the wheels go. And in your case, there's little cogs or posts. And those little holes just fit right over that. And then you slide your other part on top. And it fits right back together. So our adhesive is ready to roll. We are going to use the sea turtles. And I know that we're going to use this big guy. So let's go ahead and get him off. I'm going to put that out of the way. Lay it over here for temporary. So this big guy, lay him down so he can relax a little bit. He doesn't fit on the D size block, so we're going to go to, I can't read. It's E. All right, he's on his block. We're going to use the little turtle. Lay him down so he can relax. And actually with these stamps, you can stamp solids or you can stamp where you feel the, we're just going to stamp with that side because these are reversible stamps. This little guy will fit on a B. No, he won't fit on a B. He will go on a C. Sea turtles on a C block. Isn't that cute? Come on, and my block is cloudy. What's up with that? I have to clean it again. I know you'll fit, little guy. Yep, he fit. And we are also going to use this little school of fish. And we'll put that on a G block. Yep, it'll fit. And we are going to use this bubbly looking stuff. That's almost every one of the stamps in that set. Too small, or that's too big for that. So let's grab this next one. This is an I block. And I believe that's all of the stamps in that one. I'll lay those inside there so they don't get lost. And we are going to use this darker blue, which happens to be Blueberry Bushel. And we're just going to start cutting our cardstock. Paper trimmer. If you're there and if you've logged into your Gmail account, you can chat with me and I'll be able to see what you're saying. So for the blueberry bushel, we are going to cut it at 5.5. And 4.25. We are going to cut, that's the piece we're going to use. I'm going to lay it right there. We are using Tahitian Tide. We're going to cut it at, piece has got a funky up corner, so we're not going to use that side. We're going to cut this one at 5.25. Go over there. By 4. We'll lay right there. Then we need another piece of blueberry bushel. It needs 3 by 11. Can't get 11 out of that. Can't get 11 out of that. Let's get another piece of blueberry bushel. Where are you? So this, we know that this is 8.5 by 11, so we need to cut 3 inches. And now we need our very vanilla. And we're going to cut 2 of these. So it's going to be 5.25. I'm following someone's instructions. I'll tell you who in a few minutes. 5.25 by 2.75. It said 2 of them, so 2.75. And well, that's really crooked on there. Sorry, guys. And then we'll need some scrap, and I've got it laying over there. All right, that's the paper that needed to be cut. We are going to need our blueberry bushel ink pad. We are going to use Tahitian Tide. All right. And crushed curry. So there's our ink. Stack those up. We are going to use our rope embossing folder. And let me see if I have deckled rectangles. I think I do. I do. So we're going to use those. And we'll find some gems when we get to that point. So to start off with, our Tahitian Tide is going to get embossed. And because this won't fit through the mini, I'm going to have to bring out our bigger embossing machine. On all of this embossing folders, it's got a line right here, and that helps me keep it straight. It's not important, but because this is rope and it looks like it's kind of in a line, I do want to line up that at the bottom. All right. So here's my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That is a 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to read the instructions on my plate. And so with using the 3D embossing folder, you use the bottom plate, which is the big thick one, and the number 4, which is this gray one. And then your envelope or your your embossing folder goes right in there. And you always want to put the hinge part in first. So I'll just sandwich that together, pull it over here because this is habit, and run it through. I always go left to right when I'm doing my embossing folders or die cuts. It just is habit. And ready to see? Ooh la la. Look at that embossed piece of Tahitian tide. All right, and we know that we are going to have to die cut something. So let me see what we're die cutting. All right, and we know that all right, it's just a little tag on the front. So we will go ahead and do that. It's that one. So we know we need, when you're using thin dies, we need 1, 2, and it gets sandwiched between 2 3s, which are the clear cutting plates. So habit says slide it back through to the left, grab a smaller piece of vanilla, and I don't have one, so we'll use this little guy. And I always tend to, even on rectangles, lay it over here for a second. When I'm putting a thin die like that through, I always put it at an angle. So when it goes through the machine, it's going to start here and not do it like that, because that makes it a harder bump for it to go over. So if you start it at an angle, it just does a little better. It's not as hard on you twisting or turning the handle. And I put it as close to the edge as I can so I can save paper. And then I try not to move it when I sandwich it down. All right, ready to roll. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it doesn't have any words, so we will grab some verses off of another one. There, lay there. Back with your buddies so you don't get lost. I keep them on a magnetic sheet. That's how I store them. I get my magnetic sheets from Stampin' Storage along with the envelopes. And I have a Brother P-Touch that I label. I label my magnetic sheet and I label my envelope so I know that they go together. And that's how I store them. All right, so now let's get started. It says to emboss this piece of Tahitian tide, which we did. And it says to attach it to the blueberry bushel. So we're going to do that. And you can do either side, but I want this, the biggest, thickest part of the ropes on the top. Roll that to get it started. And since it's being stubborn, pull in my sheet, my silicone mat. There we go. Put it right there. And then it says fold our blueberry bushel, the 3 by 11, in half to form a 3.5 by 5.5 card. So you could score that if you wanted to, or you can just fold it. Match up your corners just like you would. Don't worry, kiddo. Not everything has to be scored. It just makes it easier sometimes. And then it says attach that to the front of your card. So we're going to put some adhesive on this back side. And you noticed I turned it over. That's silly me. They're both the same color. It could have gone down either way. Get you some adhesive. And because that's embossed, I'm going to give it a little extra adhesive. All right. Just eyeball and put it down. And so that will open like that. All right, now it's time to stamp. So let's lay this to the side. Let's get our 2 pieces of the very vanilla. And because those are photopolymer stamps, I'm going to grab one of my paper piercing mats. And I'm going to use the grid paper to put on top of that. And now we're going to stamp our sea turtles. And the first one we're going to use Tahitian Tide. Turtle. And remember to tap. And this guy is going to go. So, gonna get our little turtle. And he's gonna go right there. And I'm gonna put part of him down here. And while I've got him in my hand, I'm also gonna put him on the inside piece. Like that. And then I'm going to bring this back. And we are going to use, oh, I've just put my fingers in my ink pad. We're going to use the blueberry bushel for the bubbles. And because I know that it's going to just go like right here and there, I'm not going to stamp the whole piece. So just tap, get some of that ink on there, slide it up, put the bubbles. Start here. There. That's dark. It will lighten up some. And then I want to do these. Oh, I need some right here. So let's ink it. Bubbles. I'll just stick with that end. And we'll put some more. And that's done with the bubbles. I'm going to lay it on its side. Doesn't fall over. And then we're going to pull in our other piece. And we're going to do the little fishies. Using crushed curry. And they're going to go right there, right there. There. Isn't that pretty? And now we're going to close this up so we don't put our fingers in crushed curry as well. I'm going to slide this over to the side. And we are going to put this guy on the top. So let's give him some adhesive. Then this one goes on the inside. Right like that. And now let's stamp our sentiment. And we're going to stamp it with blueberry bushel. So let's find us a sentiment. You're so totally awesome. I know what stamp set that's from, I think. Not those. Oh, it's from Waves of Inspiration. Knew I had seen it and I knew I had it. So we need a block. Let's just grab this one. And our blueberry bushel. Now let's put this little one on some gems, or not gems, dimensionals. And I want the dimensionals over here. Off. I've got my finger under there where the die or where the dimensionals are. And offset it a little bit. Solid faceted gems. I don't think I have any solid faceted gems. I do have some glossy dots, but I don't think those colors match. They don't. I have these. Let me see. This is the 3 pencil pack. Let's see what colors they are. See if they match what I've got on my card. Nope. 4-pack does. I want the 4-pack. Let me find the 4-pack. Those. Oh, here they are. Here's my 4-pack. Gonna use the blue ones because they're blueberry bushel. A big one. Stick it right there. And then let's put a bunch of these on here. The big one there. With a little guy to match him up. Put one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always tend to put gems on in odd numbers. It's better pleasing to the eye. And so there you have it. You can do these in whatever colors you want. And I feel like that really pops on there. So there's sea turtles, and I use the sentiment from Waves of Inspiration. And so we did our front and the inside, and we can grab an envelope. And let's put our little sea turtle on that. Takesha Tide. I'm going to put him right here in this corner. And I'm going to put him in the back. Here, and up on the flap. Make it look like there's a whole little stampede of sea turtles. Oh, sorry to say, let's flip that over so you don't see any of the messy on the table, but we can do it like this. There's our card for today. I hope that you enjoyed. Leave me a comment or a question. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. This Sea Turtle stamp set is in the annual catalog. Find what page it's on. And I need to remind you that if you have not used your bonus coupons that you received when you placed an order of $50 or more in the month of July, you need to use them before Thursday or by Thursday. Go ahead and put a check mark beside this so I don't wind up ordering it again. They are on page, Sea Turtle stamp set is on page 108. Check mark there. And that stamp set is $21. But like I said, you can use both sides of the images. And I got the Enchanted Butterfly. So I'll just go ahead and put a check mark there too. I try to mark my catalogs so that I don't wind up with double stamp sets. It's not a big deal, but if you don't get doubles, then you can spend more on something else, right? All right. Have a great night, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you for watching. Let me stop the screen share. And so I can tell you who I got this lovely design from. It says Buckhouse Stamp. Let me see who she is. It's not on that. Buckhouse Stampin'. Her name is Jamie Buckhouse, and I found it on Pinterest, of course. She used a different design embossing folder. She used the one that came with the seed shells and stuff, but that one's retired. Yes, I still have it, but it's retired. So I wanted to show you with current product. So the ropes look really good too, and she used different colors. So anything you see on Pinterest, you can find your own colors and make the card your own. But thank you, Jamie Buckhouse, for sharing your inspiration with us and allowing us to copy your designs. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great night. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.